I thought I'd give a bit of an update. About a week ago, I guess it was, I was talking about how I was hoping that I would be able to get to 700 subscribers. I actually have a lot of views and a lot of minutes watched. Um, but the thing is, I'm over 730. I guess I'm about to be at 750 soon. Of course, the goal I have, like everybody else's goal, is to get monetized to begin with, which of course is 1,000 subscribers. So that's the ultimate goal. But I was just trying to, just getting past 500 subscribers seemed to be like a real struggle for me. And then I finally got to the 600s. And then, here recently I wanted to get to 700. And so it's ever since that point where I wanted to get to 700, I have really changed my attitude and my relationship with YouTube. And now here I am, going up to me, I was about to say soaring, past 730, and seemingly more and more people are subscribing, every single day, which is, super exciting. And I'm hoping that I'm bringing, value to people. And what I started doing for myself was I started just looking at YouTube differently. I started looking at it as, I've of course bought all the courses and listened to all the people and done all the things, and none of it felt natural. None of it felt good. None of it felt like me. None of it felt like I was bringing any value to myself or to anyone else. And I thought, I just don't want to be adding just more fluff to this, system. And, YouTube is a really great system. It's a really awesome platform that's here, for us to be able to just for free post really anything that we want to post just about, you know what I mean? And that's just amazing. And I think it just it really deserves so much more than a lot of people, really give it to. It's almost like they look at it as like this sort of like this dumb box. You know what I mean? And I don't think that YouTube is a dumb box, and I don't think that you're dumb either. I think that you're watching and you're here and you're engaging because you want community, you want information, you want inspiration, you want something that gives you something of value at the end of the day. So what I'm telling you is that the way that I have seen my channel grow quicker than I've ever seen it, and trust, I've been on YouTube for 9 years. I have, and you can count, I've got, I don't even know, 530, close to 600 videos on YouTube. I have been on YouTube for a long, long time. And I also have like 5 other channels that I've just kind of played with. None of them have a whole lot on it. This has been my main channel. And the reason I had so many different channels is because people kept drumming in my head, you have to have a niche, you have to have a niche, you have to have this, this one particular person you're talking to. And I get that and I understand it. But I had so many different aspects of me that really wanted to have creative space. And so what I ended up doing was just spending all my time, spending a little time here, a little time, just really parsing out. And of course, I work full time. I have a family. I've also been going to not currently, but I've been going to school full time as well. So I've got all these things going on, plus trying to do that at the same time, and also building Udemy courses. And I write Amazon KDP books, just a lot of things that I have going on. And I was a caretaker until my brother passed away about a month and a half ago. So what I'm saying was, what I decided to do is I decided to look at my interests and what I like to do as my niche. I was just like, well, I'm my niche and I am multifaceted. And I believe everybody else is too. It's so interesting to me that as I watch all these tutorials and all these how-tos on YouTube, and I hear these people who look very confident, and they charge tons of money on all these different courses and coaching and all this kind of stuff, and great for them. But they seem to all be saying there's only one way to do it, and it's my way to do it. And then I'll see somebody else that's being successful, and they're doing it in a completely different way. And now what I'm seeing is people that are older like me are just simply sitting down in front of a camera. We're not spending a whole lot of time with production and all these different kinds of things, thumbnails and all the, 300 million market research and blah, 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 blah. I mean, if you listen to some of these experts, you're not supposed to you're not supposed to really even post your first video sometimes in your second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth month. And my gosh, I just want to sit down and create. You know what I mean? So what I've been doing is really letting go of the idea of even what happens with it and just enjoying the creative space for myself. But at the same time, organizing things, not letting them be so helter-skelter. I mean, there's definitely something to be said for organization, but there's also something about letting that creative brain, that creative side of yourself just kind of have reign within like a little, give yourself a little bit of a box or a lane, but let your creative self just kind of play in that lane. So you'll see that I have like 3 or 4 different things that I really do on this channel, whether it's jazz music or new disco music. Both of those things that I enjoy, or guided meditations or teachings on the angels, or just this where I sit down and I talk about my true authentic walk. And that's the other thing that I really noticed, was that I was trying to really go from like these YouTube gurus that you see that are like, you're supposed to teach this. And I just became very formal about everything. And I often thought, what I'm teaching is true, but I don't even hear myself in that. I don't even see my own journey in that. And I, just because I'm able to give like knowledge and information, that doesn't really talk about the true like nuts and bolts of what that looks like. A rubber hits the road. And I think that's what people really are interested in seeing now, is not just getting information, because my gosh, you can just get on ChatGPT and learn anything that you need to learn. There's tons of information out there. It's not about the information. It's about how do I make that transformation? And part of knowing how to do that transformation is watching somebody else doing it, seeing someone else do it, perhaps even seeing someone like yourself doing it. How does that look like? Because I'm frankly, and bully to them, I'm frankly tired of watching all the guys with six-pack abs and all the, the perfect people out there being like, oh, you can be just like me and be, super popular and successful. And I'm like, well, I'm never going to be 20 again. I've never had six-pack abs. Maybe not that I don't want them, but maybe I never will have them. And I'm just not going to, even if I had them, I don't know that I would sit around shirtless, on camera. If they want to do that, that's great. The problem is, how do you expect me, by your teaching me from your very frankly, very preferential space of being youthful and just being lucky to be healthy, and also having the time and the resources to be fit? Those are all things that not everybody has access to. How do you expect me to be able to do those things, some of which perhaps I can do, but if you can reverse the clock, let me know, and we're going to be wealthy. So it has to be about us being able to do it wherever we are, starting from wherever we are, or it just isn't beneficial. It's not helpful. So I'm really excited to be able to, I'm 61. I'm on my way to 62. I used to be 320 pounds. I'm queer. There's so many things about me that, living in the Deep South that really are telling me I'm not supposed to be successful. I'm not supposed to be able to do this here on YouTube. And yet I'm going to do it. It's happening. And I'm already in the mind frame that it's happened and it's happening. And I'm going all in on it. And I'm also going all in on just having fun with it, having passion with it. Because I currently I'm selling cars. I'm about to get out of the car selling business and go back to something a little bit more of an office job. It's a little bit slower, less hours, and of course less pay, because I've been going through so much with my little brother passing away and things of that nature. But that's really to say that what I tell new sales people when they come out, I tell them, number one, you're selling yourself. People have to connect and they have to feel comfortable with you. And then number two thing is, when you're about to sell a car, don't get all muddied up in the idea that I have to know everything. Find the thing that you think is cool about that car. I don't care what it is. Maybe it's that the door's locked. Who knows? Let it be. Even if it's simple, it doesn't matter. Find the thing that you are passionate about. Find the thing that you think is awesome and go all in on it. Go all in on it, because people will buy because they trust you, like you, and respect you, and because you're passionate. So that's what I'm putting into this. I'm putting into this, who you're seeing right now, this is the real me. This is who I am, and that's what I want to be on this channel. I want to be the real, true, authentic me. Yes, I've been through, tens of thousands. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on workshops and retreats and books, and I have a master's degree, and I've been, I've done all this training, and I have all these different this different background. But at the end of the day, I don't want to come forward. I mean, that's definitely part of me, but that's not the part of me that I want to come forward with. I want to come forward with a part of you that's connecting. I want you to trust and like and also trust and like me, basically. And I can't do that unless I am raw and authentic. And you might be listening to me bumbling around and being like, how do you have all this training and how do you have all this education? But that's what it looks like in real life. That's authenticity. That's what it looks like when the rubber hits the road, is just like that, bumbling around. And I'm so excited. I keep saying that the grandfather bumbling around thing is the new hit, because guess what? I just became a grandfather about 6 months ago, and I definitely bumble around, and I'm just going to own it. I'm just going to own it, and I'm going to have fun with it. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what you're going to see on this channel. I have no idea. I have all kinds of little crazy ideas that come into my head about, oh, well, let's do this and let's do that. That would be totally wacky, and why not? So who knows? Who knows what you'll see? I do know that right now I am successful, and that the success is just following me. I know that I am passionate about this. I know that I'm having fun. And most of all, I just want to make this a brighter, shinier, more joyful world. I want to take my experience and my wisdom and every part of me, and I want it to have value. And I want it to have value because it helps somebody else. That, at the end of the day, is what I want to do. So maybe when you're watching this, I'm getting close to 750. I don't know. Maybe I've passed 1,000. Who knows? At the end of the day, but I'm going to I guess keep doing these where I just talk about, my YouTube journey and how that looks like, because you generally don't see these kind of videos until somebody is at least at 1,500 subscribers and they've already been monetized. I haven't been monetized yet. I actually have the watch hours. I have tons of watch hours, but I don't have the subscribers. So that's what I'm really working on right now, is doing that part. And then who knows? Because I would love to see what it felt like, or what life was like, being able to be free from a 9-to-5, being able to just create and be just a creative person, and that being able to support myself and my family. Because of being a caretaker, I have a lot of bills. When my brother passed away, he left a lot of bills and his income stopped. And so I have to find a way to be able to continue that going. And I'm hoping that YouTube can be part of that solution for me. I know it's going to happen. I know I'm going to be okay, because I know that I know from my experience that as I meditate on what will be, and as I write proclamations of it, and as I focus on it, and as I intend on it, as I do gratitude lists and all these things, I know from experience that changes things that I don't think are possible to change. So I know that's been a lot of different stuff. I just want you to, if you watch this, I want you to get to know who I am, like and trust me if you can. Let me know if you've seen anything of value in this video, or if there's something that you'd perhaps like to see. Give me some more crazy ideas, because Lord knows I got enough of my own. But anyway, I'm wishing everyone having a joyful and peaceful life, and just all the abundance and all the expansion you could possibly have. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And until later, love, peace, and release.